watch the film of the scrimmage. What'd you come away with?
Obviously, I thought Saturday was not one of our better days. It was really comes down to execution, and whenever we're going through. Going through the film, there's a lot of good film to be able to teach and learn from, but it shows you got to have 11 guys on the field, doing the right thing, and it could take one or two guys, missing an assignment and turns into negative plays. The biggest negative was we turned the football over, had 4 turnovers, on the day, and you can't do that and expect to win any games in the Pac-12. So, it was a good teaching day, but obviously I don't like having those experiences.
You have to be really pleased with the offensive line. It seems like really from the beginning of spring until now, just being solid and having like a good headache, so to speak, who to play where. Yeah,
we got a lot of versatility up front. You're putting together a couple different lineups and taking a look at a couple different options. But I like the physicality of the group up front, and I think you're seeing them starting to gel a little bit. And even when we're putting in the different looks, they're playing more consistent together, and that's something we're going to continue to grow these last few practices of spring ball, but really proud of that group and the mentality that they're starting to develop.
Martina seems to be starting to show some of his potential. What do you thought about him?
Well, Grant had to go out there the other day. I think he played about 90 to 95 plays, and that's not easy with no break. And but the thing I loved about it is he kept coming every play, played fast, played physical. He played faster in the scrimmage than what I thought he'd even be playing in practice. And so you get opportunities to make plays. A guy goes down, and you get thrown into a better opportunity. You got to go make the most of it. And Grant's a guy that I just love his work ethic, and he really wants to be a great player. So he's doing some good things.
I was talking about wanting to see more consistency from Deantre.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just a matter of bringing it every day, practice habits?
And I think that's something that from the past, that's something I've challenged Deantre with coming into the spring. And I thought he actually had a really good spring scrimmage the other day. And you watch him play in, play out, and he was doing his job. He was, he wasn't taking negative plays whenever he was running the football. You had a couple nice runs there. I think Deantre is a guy that he's very, very pleased with him this spring and what he's been able to do. But it's just you got to continue to do that, and it can't be 5 days off, 1 day on, or 5 days on, 1 day off. It's got to be every single day. But I'm starting to see that maturity coming through, and we all know how talented he is.
How would you grade the installation of your plays and packages so far with so many returners coming back on offense this spring?
What do you mean grade?
Like how quickly is the team picking it up right now?
Well, we got an experienced group. We fine-tuned a couple things, and the guys are picking it up well. Obviously, we still have some new guys, some guys that didn't have as much experience that are filling in, but they've done a great job of picking up the installations.
What area does Ellis Jefferson need to improve to show some progress?
I think Ellis has had a really good spring. I think there's been some days where he's had dips. I think he's one of the best guys coming off the ball, but then there's times that he maybe isn't as aggressive coming off that he can be. When he's coming off the ball, he's a tough force to handle, and you see him making a lot of plays out there. It's just really that consistency of play in, play out. But I think he's got potential to be a big time player for us.